I don't believe premium should come at a price, and there's got to be a vehicle out there that really delivers. Hey, and welcome to this edition of Road Warrior. I'm your host, Grant Roberson, and really I've actually found the Holy Grail. Behind me, the 2015 Hyundai Azera. Now we're going to take a quick look and see what this brand delivers when it comes to premium, and again, at a decent price. So what does premium look like on the Azera? Well, it all starts in the outside. And on this particular model, what I like is the fact that it's a black exterior, because I'm a big fan of the good old Lincoln Town Car days and that limo-esque-like quality. So when you put black on a vehicle, sign me up. Now what they've done is they combined it with a little bit of chrome accents. Not overdone, because we don't want to go to the Mr. T starter kits and have a whole lot of bling all the way around. Now what you're going to see, of course, is the chrome around the windows. You know, what I like on the door handles, instead of it totally blinged out, they actually have body color stripped through the middle with just a hint above and below. Now when you look at the overall design, you see this kind of profile across the Hyundai line, so we're not obviously way off the beaten path here on this design elements, with this huge nice sweeping roof line and what I refer to as wraparound designs. One you're going to find here on this window here, and of course on the headlights and taillights just the same. Now, there's not a lot of design changes for 2015, just some subtle ones, and what I referred to a minute ago, the wraparound, really starting with these headlights. Now, back in the old days, it was a front end, fenders, everything really separate. Now, new designs making it more artistic, making everything kind of flow together, one part of the body kind of flowing into the next. A lot more artistic impression in these new designs. Now, new changes for 2015 is right up here. A little bit change in the grille and the lower fascia, and some added standard features on this vehicle. Now the Azera is going to measure in the mid-size market, and of course it has the younger sibling, the Sonata, which comes in just a hair less, about 2 inches overall. Now when you look at the numbers here on the Azera, you're looking at 193.7 inches with a wheelbase around about 112. Now what those numbers truly mean is great interior volume, great cargo, and it puts this vehicle kind of the mid to upper size sedan market. And what I truly like is it delivers everything. Now when we talk about premium on this limited model, that means pretty much every feature you can think of comes standard, and one big feature has to be the wheels. This one comes standard with 19-inch wheels, 18-inch being the standard version on the base model. Now the Azera comes standard here with the proximity key entry, and again what that means, keep it in your pocket and forget about it. The vehicle knows you're here. Now what's great, when this vehicle is in the lock mode, these mirrors are going to fold out of the way, allow you to really get in those tight spots like in the parking decks and really kind of minimize any damages that can occur. Now when you get to the front door, this is where the smart key system comes into play. Has this corresponding button. You press it one time, driver's door opens, press it again, unlocks the rest of the vehicle. Now of course you want to lock it all back up, press it here. Now the one side effect of this is that when you go to any other door, well, it doesn't know you're there. It all has to start right here, the driver. Now let's sweep around to the back to check out the rear cargo. One area I want to access with these has to be the rear cargo, and what's great on here is it has the smart trunk system. Now what that means is pretty much you walk up to the vehicle, kind of hang out for 3 seconds, and this trunk's going to pop right up. Now once you grant access back here, what you're going to find is an exorbitant amount of space, specifically about 16.3 cubic feet, and that is much better than the competition. Now what you're going to notice with this area is the ease of accessing it, truly starting here at the back end. While a lot of vehicles are kind of sculpting it, they keep it much wider, pretty much allowing you to put those golf bags in here with ease. Now even better, this rear trunk lid really swings out of place, and even though this is cavernous and to be expected, plenty of access with ease. Continue with the wraparound theme, you're going to see here at the back end of the vehicle this rear taillight assembly literally going all the way across, again wrapping to the rear fenders and giving you a lot of illumination, of course, at night, and some added design appeal. Now the difference between the Azera and the Sonata really all comes right here. Now the Sonata, of course, is the 4-cylinder entry-level model. It's going to be a little more economic with gas and at the bottom dollar. Now when it comes to the Azera, well, that is the premium and the sport model, exactly filling the niche in the family lineup. Now by the numbers, you're looking at a 3.3 liter V6 engine, and that's going to deliver 293 horses and 255 foot-pounds of torque. Now that's going to beat the competition, except for one, the Chevy Impala, but by far this really delivers all the spunk you're going to need off the line. Now, any vehicle can look pretty on the outside, but when it comes to premium, it has to deliver right here. Now, with the amount of length you see on this vehicle, one thing I expect is great legroom numbers, and the Azera handles that just fine with a whopping 45 inches up front, more than enough to handle any NBA's All-Star. Now, in the back, still fairly decent, around about 36 inches. Now, don't forget, those numbers come in quite hefty, especially considering you have 16 cubic feet of cargo in the back area. Now, even though the Chevy Impala beats the Azera just a hair when it comes to horsepower, one place the Azera wins out has to be on the inside, specifically the design of the front dash. Now, it all starts here at the center cluster, where they really simplified things, made them look real elegant, and really with this touch screen system. Now, this houses everything you could expect and has just a few buttons down below to help you navigate. Now, I like the fact that we separated this, as a lot of screens are getting rid of all this, only keeping the knobs and making everything navigate through the screen. Now, as you sweep down, again, simplification is the key here. Just a central oversized knob for fan speed and the dual climate controls that relate to the temperature you're setting. And of course, all the various buttons down below. A nice, sleek, simple design. At the bottom of the center cluster is going to be the storage you're going to find on most vehicles. This one, to me, a little oversized and perfect fit for a lot of items. Now, once you expose it, you're going to find a deep niche and some connectivity with the USB connection, auxiliary jack, and a power supply. That means you can keep your devices in there hidden away. Now, where most vehicles stop here, this one continues on, actually putting a niche behind this cluster, allowing you to kind of store other items out of the way. Now, the engine is coupled with a 6-speed automatic transmission, putting the sport in this vehicle. Now, I like to pretty much let the vehicle do all the shifting, but in case you want to shift on the fly, simply put it into the manual-like mode. Now, keeping it nice and clean is right here with the dual cup holders hidden under this nice hatch, really kind of keeping it nice and sleek looking. Now, another nice standard feature has to be the heated and cooled seats. You're going to find it between here with a low, medium, and high setting for both the heat and the cool down. Now, you've got other on-off buttons, and even better is the sunscreen at the back of the vehicle. Now, you can say we're in the era of digital, but not here on the Azeras. They pretty much keep the gauges straight analog for the tach and speedometer. Now, in between is a digital readout for the speedometer, something I really like, giving you quick reference when you're speeding down the road. On the steering, you're going to find controls for pretty much anything you need easy access to, everything from cruise control to that menu select, the phone select, and the functions on the stereo. Now, what I like is the fact that the Azera comes with a lot of standard features when it comes to safety, with the blind spot awareness, cross traffic awareness, and even lane departure. The seats on the Azera come standard in leather and power controls for the driver, and what's great is they obviously have a diagram on the door, making the ease of operation so much simpler, not tucked down low like you'll find on most vehicles. Now, premium doesn't just mean for the front driver, it does mean for the back seat riders just the same. Now, that 36 we talked about really is going to go up to about 38, 39, as most drivers are going to kind of move those front seats forward because they don't need all that extra space. And what I really find is the back seat is so comfortable, really sculpted for the back left and right passenger with kind of a little protrusion for the center rider. Now, if you want a little elbow support, what I like is it's extra high, really taking that elbow and raising it up just a hair. Now, what you're going to find is dual cup holders and just overall comfort, specifically when you're carrying 4. Now, to help with overall comfort back here, there's a couple places to look. First is the vent controls right here in the center cluster. Now, what it's going to allow you to do is not change the temperature, but really control the airflow, either turning it off or letting it flow back here. Now, if you want to heat up the seats, well, that's simple right here on the door with our low or high setting. Now, we do have the huge moonroof on this particular model, and some days that's going to be a little bit too much for my head, even more so here in the side windows, but you can easily control that with the nice sunshade. Now, if you want a good view of the moon, it's real easy on this vehicle because it has a nice panoramic option. Simply press a button and it's going to open right up. That does for this edition of Road Warrior, and a test drive behind the wheel of this premium edition known as the 2015 Hyundai Azera, this one being the limited model. Now, again, I'm a big fan when it comes to premium and this exterior color coupled with that nice chrome. And when you look at mid-size, this has got to deliver one of the best numbers on the inside and in the rear end. Now, as always, thank you for watching this edition of Road Warrior. Keep both hands on the wheel and eyes straight ahead.